if something happens in the outside world that doesn't match what we expect, it causes something called cognitive dissonance. It's when you expect one thing and you get another. Cognitive dissonance is the brain's kryptonite. It can't stand it. And so if it's in that cognitive dissonance state, it makes up stories. And the stories it makes up are mostly fiction. They really aren't what's happening. Now, your situation, of course, is unique, and I can't possibly comment on whether you're going through something terrible or not. I don't know that. But what I do know is that it's a feature of humanness, of us and our minds and our brains, to consider things as real that really aren't. So if someone was to come up to you and approach you in the street, and your expectation is they'll be nice and friendly, and all of a sudden they start screaming at you, you have immediate cognitive dissonance. They could be warning you about an impending problem, such as, hey, I'm yelling at you to get your attention because there's something about to fall on your head. But your brain isn't taking all that in. It just filtered this thing, it's gone into dissonance, and it started to make up a story about what's going on. This process, which we at Talentism call the confusion loop, is an enduring feature of your day-to-day experience. It's happening all the time. So the guy comes up to you and he starts yelling at you, and then you start thinking, this guy's a jerk. You start yelling back at him. Now he's confused. So what does he do? Cognitive dissonance creates a story. Now you're the problem. Confusion is the thing that causes us the most problem at work. The world of work is changing rapidly. It's moving all the time. But our brain, trying to predict the future, is predicting a future that isn't there, and we're confused when it isn't happening. And rather than seeing that we're confused in that situation, we make up a story about how we are the victim of a situation and are being treated unfairly, when in fact there could be even greater possibility for us in the world of work. But our brain can't see it. It's filtered that opportunity out. And we're telling ourselves stories that probably aren't true. Create an opportunity to reflect and think about what you're missing. What are the opportunities for you to find your big four at your current work? What are the things that you do that you love? The people who you work with who you think are extraordinary? What are you missing because you are confused? Always keep in mind that you exist because you have a brain, and your brain could predict the future. And when it does it poorly, you may hate work because of it.